I hope we are doing great. It's another privilege to be alive. Let's thank God for that. I'd like to continue from where we stopped in our previous video tutorial. This is the third video on section. Like I said, can be stressing and a little bit cumbersome. So like you see, I've done some little work. I've placed my door on my section and even my elevations. Like I said, just go create a template, or you go if you have already designed templates, you can just pick your windows from there. So, or better still, you can even go to your design center, but the windows and the doors, the drawings there are not up to scale. You have to rescale them. I've also placed my arc by just bringing up an idea by just creating a straight line 50 mm, then putting an arc. So you can pick this from your design center, but you have to rescale. But this, I have a template, so which I picked all these doors and windows from. So let's go back to our section. So like I said, from where we stopped, so the next thing to do is to offset 600 for our if, which is just like a projection of 600 away from our if. So that's 600. The thickness of a facial board. We want to create a facial board. Is that board that will close up our rafter. It will be nailed to our rafter. So is a board of 1 inch by 12 feet, or by 1 feet 12 inches, or 25 mm by 300 mm. So I will just offset 25 mm. So that's how to go about it. Offset 25 mm. So let me just move it a bit so that it will be in line with what I have here. Okay. So I will just close it up here and offset my 300 from my horizontal line. Just go to offset and you can do that. So this is my 300 mm I can trim. I'm making use of my shortcut so that my work will be easier. So after offsetting, don't get confused. After offsetting 600 from your if, you can just project your rafter to touch your facial board. So the next thing to do is to fix my roofing sheet. So since this thickness is 75 mm, for my roofing sheet I will just use a line and taking the line. I will set 75 mm to the top of my poly. Can you see? We're there. So I will just let me give it a layer, wall layer, or you can go to line thickness, line weight. Your line weight, you increase your line weight. We're there. Or you go to your layer, place it on the kind of wall layer. So like I've told you before, you don't have to work on these two at the same time. It's a waste of time. Just work on this, then you mirror to the other side. You mirror whatever you have here to the other side. So I will do that briefly. So you mirror whatever you have to the other side of the roof. Then you find the center. So you don't have to copy your input. This is the midpoint. So we've copied the necessary information. Then you go to mirror, or you type mirror. So this is the midpoint. I guess this is the midpoint here, because yes, this is the midpoint. So you just click on this midpoint and you move your mouse upward vertically. And you want to delete the source? No. You can just make use of a chamfer to chamfer these two objects so that they will meet at the top. Okay, we're there. So you can trim off this, your trim post. You can trim off this. You can decide to also trim off this. And you can leave this center line. You can remove it if you so wish. But the importance of drawing is just to pass information. You can make it this way, and you can leave it there. You can leave your line. So this is our roof. This sticking line is our roof. So the next thing to do now is to is to what? Okay, you can trim off this line if you so wish also, so that the line will not be so that much. So the next thing to do now is to get our ceiling ready, our ceiling joist. So to do that, I'll just copy or offset my line. Sorry, the system delivery is sloppy. So while it's coming up, don't forget to like our YouTube channel, subscribe, drop your comments. You can also follow us on other social media to get our video. And to get notification, you can just go to the bell like icon beside the subscribe button. So you subscribe. I don't know why this is taking much time. The system has been way too sloppy today. Okay, I think it's coming up. So sorry about that. So sorry for being a little bit sloppy. We have to continue from where we stop. Like I said, we have to offset our line. So let me create a line. So I'll offset, I think. Let me just make an offset of this is from our ceiling, for our ceiling joist. Let me offset, let's say 250. Let's see. Let's offset 250. 250. Okay. So now let me check my overall height. Okay. Alright. I think we are good to go. Let me just make it 200 so that okay. I think 250 is okay. I think that's okay. So the next thing is representing our ceiling. Now we have to put our noggin. They call it noggin. This is just the wooden member that holds that hold our ceiling in place. So we have a vertical member linking the ceiling joist to the tie beam. So and the wood that is being used for the size of the wood that is being used for this noggin is 50 by 50 mm or 2-inch by 2-inch wood. So I'll just have to offset my 50. Okay, so right there. Then create another 50 here. So this 50 is just the one that is running horizontally, while this one is the one that is linking our horizontal member to. So I think we can stop this way. And just so instead of drawing again, I will just have to copy at 600 center to center. The distance center to center is 600. I'll pick it from that center. 600, add another 600, that's 1800. You check, you still have more space. Okay, we're good to go. 2400. Okay, I think we're still good to go. The other space is a little bit more than, you just have to drop it right there. Okay, so I think I have to mirror this. I prefer my member flushing with the vertical member flushing with the wall, so I have to mirror. Just move it up a bit. Do you want to do the source? Yes. Okay, we're there. Just move this object to the wall. Pick a precise point where you can move your object. So the next thing is to copy to other places where there is need for this. I will just copy instead of drawing again. Just make sure you copy to the other place where it is needed. Sorry, I have to copy my ceiling also. So I will trim the necessary line that is not needed. grab that. Okay, so you now copy. Then you, like I said, pick a point where you can relate with, where you get to the other areas. Can you see? Can you see that? So if you see in some other place I have to trim. This place I have to trim this place. I have to move that also. I think here also I have to trim. I have to trim also. Here I have to trim. So beautiful. So now I have to mirror or move this a bit before I mirror. I have to move this far away from here. Okay, now we can mirror. You want to mirror, pick a point where you can relate it. You check this is 50, this is 50, this is something. So to mirror, I'll pick it from here and mirror to be perfect. You want to do the source? Yes. I have to trim this area also. Okay, I think we are there. Then this I still have to copy. There's still need for another object there, another noggin. Sorry, trying to make use of shortcut. Okay, if I'm making use of 600, I think it's not sufficient. There will still be need for. Let's just place it something small here. Okay, let's put something small there. Let's mirror before we copy to the appropriate place. You want to delete the source? Yes. Okay, sorry. It's not deleting the source. Sorry. So now we're almost there. So now let's move this to the edge. Okay, I think we are there. So we are almost there. Here also we have to do the same thing. Instead of drawing again, I will just make use of this and copy. Use this as a reference point, my midpoint. So AutoCAD, you work with precision, so you just make sure you do something in order. I don't want those spaces to be more than 600. I think this is a little bit too close. So I have to make use of just one. So this has to go. This is too close. You see that? It's way too close, so I have to make way for one. So our noggin is almost ready. Don't mind me. This line you are seeing is for, let me trim, is for my elevation, the top of my elevation. Okay, I think the line can go. Okay, alright, we're almost there. So the next thing is to make a provision for the noggin at this edge over here. Make a provision for the noggin at this edge. Let me just copy this. Okay, so this time around I have to increase, I have to drop it down a little bit. You see, as you can see. So you see our noggin, there will be a drop down for our ceiling when you get to the external area. So I think this is cool. Also, there will be need for another one right over here. So let me just mirror what I have here. Let me mirror this. This is the midpoint. So can you see? Perfect. You want to reduce source? No. Okay. You can just trim off the line that we're not making use of. You see? Okay, let me just, okay. There's a line there. Okay. This has to go also. And this. So can you see? Okay. This has to go also. Sorry. Alright. We're almost there. So the next thing is to mirror whatever I have here to the other side using the ridge as a reference point. Okay, so I think we already have a facial board there. So go to mirror, or you type mirror over there, and you move it up. You want to do this source? No. You are there. If you check, can you see our roof is ready? So you can extend this, our roofing sheet, so that to cover our facial board a little bit, to shoot out a bit. So let's extend by 100. So that's better. That's way far better. So I did something also from before starting this video. There's something we call lintel. So our section is almost set. So the next thing to do is to put your DPC detail. There's 150 thick for facade concrete or mass concrete. There are 300 hardcore. Then we also have laterite material. So the depth will be to engineer's detail. So the detail will be specified, the depth will be specified by the engineer. So just let's do something like this. Then we'll arch, put a kind of arch on that, and we'll trim the necessary places. Okay, so let's trim. So our facade concrete is entering to the wall, so we have to separate. We have to trim off our wall that is obstructing the mass concrete right over here. We are trimming the wall, but for the hardcore, we can leave it. That's how it will look like. So for this horizontal that is going, horizontal line is going. So our block will be like this. So for aesthetics, you can also do some little stuff by, you don't want to make it a straight line. Probably want to do some string again. Can you see that? It's just, sorry. Just a way of just trying to be creative. So we right click and go to OK. So I'm using an SP line, I guess. Yes, SP line sheet. So you can as well remove this. Can you see that? Let's go to our arch. So for this, okay, is there. I'll click concrete. This is a concrete material, 150 mm. You can also put your dimension. You can put your dimensions in your. I think something is wrong somewhere. Let's go to arch again. So let's arch our hardcore. There's a mix-up and what over there. Okay, we'll go to hardcore gravel. You see the pattern name as gravel. Right over here. Can you see? So if it's too small, you increase the scale right over here. Increase the scale. say 500. You see, let's say 450. Okay, let's say 400. Okay, I think we're there. For our laterite, we need to extend some lines so that there will not be a mix up somewhere. Okay, so now let's go to, you see, a pattern that suits what you want to. Just find a pattern that suits what you are working on and zoom. You are there. Can you see it? Just go there and select. Can you see? So you select and you put some other information that is needed there. So can you see that? Let's go to our, you can cancel. Let's go to our concrete. I don't know, I guess there's a mix up there. Our concrete. Okay, here we go. Okay, these are our concrete. Can you see there's a mix up? Probably the line are not connected. Can you see it's speaking? Let me pick a point. Let me pick a point. So you can also pick a point if you see the arching is not forthcoming. Let's delete that and do it again. Okay, let's pick a point. Let's pick a point. Okay, the section can be somehow. Let's pick a point. Okay, so let's pick this point. Let's select. Okay, I think let's see the mix up our arching. Let's do it again. There's a mix up. Let's select. I'm selecting these two lines and this. Okay, then you right click and enter. Let's see how it goes. Sorry, select this. Okay, I think the arch is there. Okay, it's there in the line with selected right over, but you have to reduce the scale this time around. You have to reduce the scale. Let's see 50. Let's see 25. Okay, can you see that there? So these are our EPC information. The depth will be decided by the engineer. So briefly, let's project our roof and we'll come to the end of the video tutorial. So it's getting lengthy. So briefly, you copy your floor plan, your roof plan rather. Copy your roof plan and move it. Just copy to. So not to waste our time, I will do some. I'll fast track some process since the drawing for the rear and the approach view they are the same. So I will be using one drawing. I will project one and just copy it to the other side. This also, the left and right are the same thing. So I will just make use of one and project and copy it to the other area. So for this one, this is how our roof plan looks like. So for this, you have to rotate your plan to left or right. So if you are working on the left plan, you rotate to the left. If you are working on the right plan, you rotate to the right. But since they are the same thing, so there will not be much of a difference here. So I think this is how it will look like. No, this is how it will look like. So where's our rotate? Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost done. Let's on the auto mode so that to have a perfect job. Okay, so let's briefly, so make sure your building is aligned with what you have under. So your building is aligning with what you have. So pick it, move it at the edge right over here. Click on the edge of the building right over here. Just click on the edge of the building right over here. Off your auto mode. Okay, and you will see a kind of broken line that will show you you are on point. So can you see that broken line? It's telling you are. Can you see? Okay. Now let's offset 300 for the fascia right over here. Downward. 300 downward. Okay. I don't want this video tutorial to be that lengthy, but then you offset 600 outside. Offset 600 outside. Okay. So offset 600 outside. Offset 600 on all the building, all the sides of your building. Every side, on every side. Make sure you offset 600. Okay. That's our if. That's for our if. I will grab that. That is for our if. So this is the last one, offset 600. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay, right there. So now you can trim the lines that are not useful. You can trim them off. Okay. Okay. So you can remove the line that, so all this line of our wall will not be visible on our fascia. Our fascia will be just be like this. So this is how it will look like. You remove every line of your wall and you close up your if. I will change this bold line. I will change it to normal line later on. So can you see, trim off. That's our fascia. If you have, you can go to your design center for more creativity. Bring your flowers, bring your cars and the like, just to make the building more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I'm using this just as our example. So this is how our building will look like. Then this is the last one. Okay, so we're almost there. I'll just project two and copy them to since it's the same, the plan are the same thing, the roof plan are the same thing, both top and bottom, the approach and the rear view, they are the same. Then the left and right, they are the same. But if they are not the same, mind you, you have to project again. I hope you grab that. Okay, so this is the last. We still have one more to go. Okay, so we still have one more to go. So sorry for taking our time. Thank you so much. Gracias. Let's see. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Okay, so this is green. So we're almost there. So this, all our wall will not be shown in the fascia. So let's project. Since we have aligned our roof plan with our floor plan, let's project. Okay, I think this should also go. So our building is like this. Okay, and you can leave it if you so wish. There's a recess. So we are on the same plane, and just you can leave your building like this. Okay, so we are good to go. So go to construction line. You pick our construction line, right click, and select vertical. So we'll be projecting this. We have a separate. So we just pick that to place. So I'll need to place a line on my roof, also horizontal line. So I want to know which area, was the peak, the highest point on the roof. So it's there. So I'm good to go. So I want to know the midpoint of this line. Let me I don't want to break them at a point. Let me draw another line in between these to know the midpoint. So if you check this roof, we started from the midpoint. Where's my chamfer? We chamfer this line, this roof. Can you see? they are meeting here. So that's the peak on our roof. That's the peak. So that means our roof will be starting from here. So is either you make use of angle or you make use of the height. But I want to make use of my angle. So our building is like this. Our roof is like this. But mind you, there's a kind of cut right over here. It's called, I think it's called Dutch. So I want to make that Dutch. I can decide to place my Dutch right over here. Okay, let me offset. I can decide to offset, let's say 450 for my Dutch, or 500 if I so wish. Let me use 450. So I'll offset 450 downward for my Dutch. Can you see? It's even better if it's on this place. Okay, this is here. I think this is better. So if I want to create a kind of Dutch in that area, I'll just offset. I'll show you later. So this is my roof plan. I can decide to delete this horizontal on my roof plan. So I can decide to delete them. Mind you, on our roof, you see, this is our roof bridge cap. This thickness 150 to this side, 150 to this side. So we have to offset. Mind you, we have to offset 150 on this area on our roof to serve as our bridge cap to reflect 150 here, 150 here also. So trim the necessary area you have to trim, and okay. I think our roof is almost ready. Okay. So for this line, let me make some a little bit of. I want to just make it look more appealing. Okay. I can just offset 50 for this Dutch. 50. I want it to look beautiful. It's just a concept. You can. Okay, let me leave it. So let me trim by using these two lines as a reference point. Any line that is crossing this line will be trimmed off. Okay. Can you see? Can you see that? Can you see that? So then the next thing is to arch. Again, let me check my. Let me check my line. My offset. Is this no more than 150? 150. I have to check my offset again. If it is no more than 150, I think it is no more than 150. So I can go to arch. I'll pick exactly what I use for my roof. Can you see? And you give it a color. Pick a point. Just go to pick a point. So the arch is taking a little bit more time. It's smaller. You have to increase the scale. Let's see how 500 looks like. Let's see 750. 750. Okay, I think you change the angle to 45. And you see 45. Then you change the color to color red. Our roof is ready. Our roof is ready. Change the color to color red. Okay. We are there. Then you copy this whatever you have here. So we have to change this also. We have to change this to our normal line. So just make use of that because it's our wall. So we change it to normal line 0. Change the layer. Then we copy whatever we have here. Copy whatever we have here to the rear view since we are having the same information right there. So we just copy all this. fix it to our rear view. We're almost there. Okay. Interesting. This is our rear view. So like I said, you can decide to place flowers and car, human being, someone passing, an image like an object showing how an image of human looks like. So instead of doing that, let me just change this before we go to our other plan. Let me just change this. So now since I've got, I want to make use of angle now. I want to make use of angle. I'll check the angle at which this building is standing. This roof, the angle of this roof. What's the angle the peak is making with my horizontal? So go to dimension, go to angle, then you click here and you click here. It's on angle 26. So I'll just, where's my roof plan? Okay, I'll just pick this at the edge since we've already rotated to the edge right over there. Rotate it earlier. Okay, so now click on this edge of our wall. This is the edge of our wall. So then you lift it up a little bit, and we are there. Then you go to construction line, pick vertical first to project where you have your vertical. Project these 2 points. So no matter how complex your roof looks like, we're making use of, once you get an angle for a simpler one, you just make use of that angle to project the other one. So I'll be using angle 26. We have angle 26 on those places. So here also will be angle 26. I hope you get that. Here also will be angle 26. Why this will be minus 26. So instead of that, just mirror this object, mirror to the other side on your auto mode. You can mirror and you can make use of angle minus 26 to change it to the other side. So you can chamfer and trim. So if you check how our roof looks like, there is a little bit going up, way up here. So to do that, just you have to check where these two lines, where they bisect the vertical, and that's where we'll be picking for. That's where we'll be trimming from. Rather, that's where we'll be trimming our line from. Can you see? This is going also. This is going. This is going. I think we are good to go. Okay. Can you see? Our roof is ready. Okay. Can you see? This is how it looks like on the roof plan. So we'll just copy this to the other side. Like I said, since they are the roof plan, the plans are the same thing. The best things to copy. So let's delete the lines that are not necessary. So I think there's a mix-up somewhere. We'll have to fix that very soon, very quickly. Okay. We're getting it. Okay. Now, beautiful. So can mirror our object. Mirror, just pick this at the midpoint. We want to do this also. No. So let's offset our 150 for our reach cap. 150. Okay. I think there will be a reach cap here also. So why this can go. So you trim off this place. There will not be a ridge cap on this side. It will just look like this. So go to our arch and use what was used the other time. We have to trim some places also. We do that briefly. So just okay. We are there. This is the same. So just trim off this place and trim off this place. We are there. These are, just copy whatever you have here to the other side, and our plan is ready. So the other functions on AutoCAD, you can check the area. You are in a building, you need a site plan, locational plan showing the location of a building. So I will do that in some other video tutorials also. So sorry, I moved instead of copy. So you go to copy and you are there. We are done. So thank you so much. So our plan is ready. You can delete whatever you have here. Once you notice there is no error, you can delete whatever you have. Our plan is ready. So you can decide to bring a flower, like I said, from your design center. Okay, so here is our building. Can you see? You can put a motor car. You can just be creative about your work on AutoCAD. Just be creative. That's all. So this is our work. This is our section. So we've come to the end of this video tutorial. I'm Alfred from Nigeria. Thank you so much. Gracias, asante, nkiabunga. Thank you, gracias. Merci. Eshigo.